Y'all, I'm so excited to be with you today. As we get ready to kick off the holiday season, I think this video is just a great asset if you are new to the practice of gratitude in addition to mindfulness. So, mindfulness and gratitude, this video is about gratitude, are very similar in the way that they are daily practices, lifestyle incorporation that we use to help us to maintain presence and resonance in our everyday activities, especially in our thoughts. Having the ability to maintain and manage our thoughts, and the emotional experience that we will have as a result of those management skills is what gratitude, expressing, giving thanks is all about. Being mindful, meaning that you are constantly aware of everything that you're doing, every output you are creating in the world in which you live. And when you start to incorporate these practices, you'll start to find that you have a responsibility, right? You have to be accountable for the actions that you do or create in life because you realize that everything is cyclical, everything is a boomerang. It comes back to you. You realize that, like the butterfly effect or like the ripple analogy, you affect life. You don't just affect humanity, you affect life in everything that you do. And I used to really, really hold a grudge within myself because, I was mad at God for blueprinting my life the way it has been. I was mad at myself for maybe not utilizing my voice in ways that I should have stood up for myself. And instead of standing up for myself, I surrendered. I let go of my power. I let go of who I am and the authority that I hold within myself. And I gave people permission to treat me a certain way. And at some point, even when you're letting things slide and you're like taking these L's or you're trying to be the bigger person, at some point, if you don't find a way to filter your boundaries and at least stand up for yourself in some sort of way, that's going to mount up within you as anger. You're going to have emotional mismanagement. You're going to have resentment. You'll find that you are just irritable, snappy, moody towards people. And even if not to people, you will find that the most damage that you will do in life is deconstructing yourself. You will find that you will be self-implosive. You'll develop addictions and behaviors and habits that are foreign to the character and the personality that is true and innate to who you are, because now you have stifled yourself, your system. So I'm saying all this to say that when you are going through the beginning and initial stages of gratitude as a practice, as a lifestyle, or even just in a moment, I know, people hold gratitude classes, that you really have to learn how to work through and be present and sit in the nastiness of the hurt side of you. Because anger, bitterness, resentment, those are all just fruits of the seed of hurt. You know what I mean? And sometimes that process of getting to the core of why you really are the way you are as a result of the things that have happened to you, you're going to have to be honest with what you feel. Not with just what you say, not with these cute little affirmations, right? And these little journaling prompts, which there's nothing wrong with that. I hold classes for that as well. But if you are afraid of being truthful with who you are, then you will never get to the point where you can express full gratitude. Gratitude to me is really learning how to be an alchemist with your emotional experience and your emotional range. Really looking at the negative that has happened to you and then allowing that darkness to kind of transform into light elevation within yourself, and you being able to identify that, yeah, this negativity did happen to me, but look at the good that happened as a result. Look at the good that I can create as a result. Look at the power I now have as opposed to the power that I am now now submitted under. And so when you are starting with gratitude, it's always very simple. And I know for a lot of us that maybe started out in church, we're taught, especially in like Bible school or Bible study, to always just start your relationship with God by expressing thanks. How do you do that? Thank you for waking me up this morning. I know we all live a life on autopilot, and so we have this assumption, because we have plans and our years are progressing and we're accumulating things, that we're just going to wake up in the morning. And the reality is, if the past 4 or 5 years haven't taught us anything, is no one is safe from, or nor are they safe in escaping the final chapter. You know what I mean? So giving thanks to Spirit for thank you for waking me up this morning. And a lot of people can't say that. Like, they have so much anger, so much resentment, that they can't even express thanks for being awakened in the morning, being in their right mind, experiencing sanity, having your feet to be able to touch the ground, having your feet to touch the grass. You know what I mean? Being able to use your limbs, being able to express what you want. There are so many people who are bound in the captivity of their body who don't even have that ability, and they will love to have that opportunity to say, I'm so grateful to be able to resonate with life in this way. I'm so grateful that I went through this thing, and even though it was hard and it nearly killed me, and there were plans to take out my life, and I lost everything that I had, look at me, I'm still here. So I know, because I'm here, that even right now, while I am conflicted with my emotions and my mind is ruminating, it is backtracking, it is circling, and in the many ways that I've been defeated in life, I'm still going to choose to overcome these emotions by speaking positively against these things. I'm going to counter these emotional experiences by speaking, by bringing light to this darkness that loves to come around this time of year, that loves to come around when I have this set of emotions, when I'm having a breakup, when I'm, experiencing failure and I didn't, graduate this or achieve that. I'm going to accelerate past this pain by being grateful, by being present, by saying, I don't understand, but I am here. And I know, because I'm here and I am in charge of the faculties of my mind at this time, that I can make a choice to choose higher for myself. And so that's what gratitude, that's how it starts, right? It starts with those thoughts within yourself, and then it becomes a daily expression. It becomes a lifestyle that you can then make infectious to the people that you meet. You know what I mean? Doing charitable things. And I remember when I was helping to raise my brother, and he was a little bad. He was bad for a second, but I told him, you really gonna have to change this and elevate yourself. And I said, here's what you do. If you want to grow up to be a successful man, one of the things that you can do is learn where, as a human, and I was talking to him like this in middle school, in elementary school, where it is you can add value, where your contribution lies, even if you don't yet know your purpose. And how do you do that? Every day before you go to bed, I want you to do one good thing, one good deed, so that you can rest in your sleep. You're adding value, you're depositing in your spiritual bank, and you're also doing the work of God. Now, you may not like people, and you may not want to do a good thing for people, but it's a good deed that you can do. If you have a pack of water and the plight that the marine life are experiencing, if you would cut out the loops in the can holders, that's a good deed. If you can say a prayer for somebody as you see them struggling and you don't have money for them, opening the door for a senior. Gratitude is an act of relationship with God. And when you get to that place when you can explore it, you will experience more. I just want to encourage you to utilize gratitude as a practice. Take baby steps to find fulfillment in oneness, to elevate your life through transformation, and to experience this level of freedom, this activation of liberty for yourself, so that you can be the best you without all of these chains. Let me know in the comments, have you ever heard of gratitude as a practice, and is this something you do?